So session 7, section 2, we're going to be looking at promotions. If you have a product or a group of products, how we're going to actively promote that product. So let's move on. Definition of promotions. Well, a specific combination of promotional methods used for one product or for a family of products. So elements of a promotion mix might include print or broadcast advertising, direct marketing, personal selling, point of sale displays, and or merchandising. Now have a look at the reference there below. So promotional activity includes any concept that promotes a product or service but does not include the selling of the product, service, or any associated merchandise. So we would look at promotion as distinct from selling or is selling a product. Giveaways of a product and or merchandise use are acceptable. Remember, with the TGA, you're not allowed to give away a product if you are selling it. So see examples of promotional activity from a city council perspective for small business. It's helpful. It's a helpful reference for you. There's a couple of references there. Public and media relations. Well, public relations is the practice of creating, promoting or maintaining goodwill and a favourable image among the public towards a company, institute or an individual. So it's about public relations activities might be as broad and far-reaching as a particular company offering to sponsor a cause, for example, breast cancer or muscular dystrophy or something like that. Media relations is a relationship that exists between individuals or organisations and members of the media, especially print and electronic media. So here we're talking about maintaining a promotional relationship with the media. Social media, of course, then is highly accessible and a well-used outlet for promotional material, and becoming more and more so too. These your Facebooks, your Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. How do we go about pricing? Well, when clients buy a product or a service, traders are required to provide clear and accurate pricing information. So there you have it. You must provide that very clear, accurate pricing information. So component pricing, let's have a look at that in detail. Traders are required to provide their client with a single cash price for the products or services they offer. The single price means the minimum total cost that is able to be calculated at the time the representation is made. So add-ons, anything else that enhances the product, all those things not included. A single price, minimum total cost of that product is required. The single price must be clear at the time of sale and the most prominent price displayed. Fair enough. It gives people a good idea of the base product that's being sold. The total advertised price, although businesses are still free to advertise using component pricing, they must also now include a total or single price. The total price must be just as prominent in the advertisement as the price of the components. This means that the client should be able to identify the total price in the advertisement just as easily as the prices for the components. So clarity is the key word here, making sure that there is no absolutely no mixed message in any of the pricing that is displayed for customers. Customers need to know. Then we have multiple pricing. Multiple pricing occurs when a trader displays more than one price for the same item or service. If this happens, then they must sell it to the client for the lowest displayed price or withdraw the item until the price is corrected. Now that is that's required of people. So if if they've offered it for a minimum price, you've got another price actually displayed as well. they are required to offer it to you for the minimum price that they've already listed. Very good to know, isn't it? Proof of transaction: if clients purchase goods or acquire services that are 75% or more, the trader must provide them with a proof of transaction, such as a receipt or a bill of sale, an invoice which clearly articulates the price. So some quite clear guidelines around pricing. Here's an activity. Read the articles in your handouts. Discuss what you've learned about website development. Then what is suggested here that you can't legally or ethically do when advertising or promoting your natural medicine services. Let's have a look at slide 5. What can you do? So discuss in small groups what's special about the sugar and spice company that has been a promotional winner for them. So a little bit of fun having a look at something that's actually actively on the ground. All right, so let's have a look at marketing media. A number of means exist through which you can transmit your marketing message. These are generally referred to as marketing or advertising media. So let's list them all. Marketing or advertising media consists of these general categories. So we've got electronic media, such as radio or television, print media, such as magazines, newspapers and catalogues, outdoor media, billboards on taxis, bus and tram stops, direct mail, mail to a client base, internet or website services, we'll have a look at that in a moment, cinema advertising, you sit in the movie and you see those movies, big movies coming up, and or cinema, we'll leave it at that, cinema media, and social media. So we have this social media, of course, as we said before, we reiterate, is a very prominent and a very current way of promoting material. And it really uses the network system, which is you only promote to a certain group of people, and those people then will pass it on if they are if they're attracted to it or if they see it as magnetic and interesting. So it's a very relevant advertising media at the marketing media at the moment. So let's have a little look here. We've got our lovely circle, more like an egg actually, a little bit, isn't it? And in the left-hand corner, upper left-hand corner, we've got the electronic media. Now we've got digital, we've got networks, we've got websites, we've got e-service, online consumers, TV networks and radio. Now these are very well used and commonly used ways now these days to get the message out. With print media, we've got journal articles, press releases, brochures, flyers, national and local newspapers. They were all the more traditional ways of promoting, weren't they? The electronic media has really usurped a lot of these other methods in the last number of years. So we've got database swapping. This can be mutually beneficial, a mutually beneficial relationship with another natural medicine practitioner or practice, where each, as you work with your, develop your client base, you develop a database. And that database is a list of all the clients who have some interest in an interest, obviously, an interest in natural medicine. We know that. That's a very clear demographic. And there may be another natural medicine practitioner. You wouldn't swap a database with somebody who was who was offering the same service as you. So if you're an acupuncturist, you wouldn't swap your database with another acupuncturist, but you might swap your database with a chiropractor, with a naturopath, with a massotherapist. So That's another option that's open to you. And then outdoor media, such as signs on public vehicles, fixed and mobile billboards, and they're visible 24 hours a day. So that's always a good sign. In my car, I've got a little a sign on the side of my car, which actually lets people know that in the car is somebody who can offer them a service. And I've actually had people come up to me. I was parked outside Rose Organic one day, and a lady, when I came back out from the shop doing my shopping, a lady was standing there and she said, I just wanted to meet you. I want to know what services you offer because I saw your car and I saw your sign and I'm interested. That happens. Okay. All right. So just this little diagram just gives you a good idea, a clear idea of how they can the advertising media can be categorised. Let's have a look at an activity. So in your forum, split into groups, discuss the difference in the size of each form of media. Why do you think this is? What do you think would be the advantage of each section in each group? What are the disadvantages? So think about those things and then offer it as a feedback to within the forum group to your class. Go on to the following website with students and find out what is legal for advertising and what is not legal for advertising. Most important, and discuss that too. So there's the website for that at the bottom of your screen. Okay.